So, back out in the desert, here we are, found tank, another one. So here's the engine compartment, and obviously the engine's gone. I think that's the exhaust that went up. Like, that was a fuel valve or something, because it said right here, fuel valve, push, pull. So it's like it went to that tank. This is like the fuel tank. This whole thing here, like a fuel tank. This opens and closes the lock for the turret. What's so cool is that this turns the turret. So it's kind of cool. So, but somebody's broke all the glass out of it. There's like barely one there, you can see. But all that still works. Kind of cool. And then, what's a tank without the barrel? Look at the rifling. It's pretty cool. So all the barrel's not gone, but the end of it is. It's kind of cool. So all the back half's missing. That's kind of neat. There's a hole in the floor. A good portion of all this thing is aluminum. Fire extinguisher.
Get them right now.
It's a lot of stuff. So cool. Oh.
Are you stuck?
Nope, I got it. There's like torsion bars.
Message is right in there. I took a picture. He's standing just like you are, and I can see, you can see your feet are below.
Oh yeah?
That's a good picture.
There's like a set of torsion bars here. Another set
No, it's
here.
like it's blowing up the valley, but it's not out here.
Here's all the inside. That's where it just was. It's kind of cool. Your steering wheel. Huh, gear selector. Kind of cool.
That looks cool down the barrel.
It does. I'm filming.
Back up and get his.
That's it. Yeah. An old bus. Old small block Chevy. We're all kind of guessing what it could be. 327, 283, 265. Someone retrofitted it. Welded in some mounts. Got some cool shots. This thing's pretty cool. SM420 4-speed. Look at that. Still pretty complete. Just missing the key, but these old vehicles don't need keys anyway. Just got the kitchen sink, cabinets, got a couch. This thing's set up.
Oh man.
Got door. Still works. Fenders. Somebody probably took the grill. That was the cool part. Alright. On to the next find out in the desert. Here we are out in the middle of nowhere. There's Liz, Briar, Tracy. The tank's super cool though. So that's where I was earlier. That's where you drive the thing. Pretty crazy, huh? Wish I knew more about tanks, but I just think they're cool.
This thing looks like it was pulled down and right down to you.
Probably does. Yeah.
So awesome. Some people are camping. I assume the engine's back here for like all this hard shit. So they keep going to the back. Something cool. We got one gun, the other one they cut off. Cool how complete the tank is. Out here in the middle of nowhere. There's a tank.
Here, actually, you stretch right here.
That's what I did.
So super cool. Matt, Lisa, Liz, Tracy, even Eddie. We're all out here. So cool though. Out here there's a couple more to find. It's like Easter. Alright, speed shot. Ow. Oh, cool. Found an old tank. Wow. Wow, you gotta be. You can't be claustrophobic driving in one of these things. Wow. Summer, winter. Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh, switches.
I crawled up on that corner. I used the tracks for steps.
Wow. So it's like two guys here must be gunners, maybe? I don't know anything about tanks. Not been in the military. Don't know.
I just stepped up the edges on the.
Pretty cool.
See, for as big as these things are.
It's pretty cool. This is what I would call tank personnel carrier ammo thingamajig. But this one's kind of cool. This one's got adjustable seat. So you can adjust it for height. So you can poke your head up right here. To the sides. Get a little windy. We got some seats, and this one we got some pads. And now this one, the engine's all here. And the belt. It's got the belt for the fan. It's actually all here. Crazy, another 671 set up. But this one here, it's got the radio stuff. All your radio gear. And the dash. So you got your odometer, speedometer. What's this thing got? Like, how many miles do we got? Oh, that's hours. Oh, okay. 1,433 miles. This thing's like brand new. And that's where you have your hand grenades. Of course, you want those right there. Handy. You know, you want your hand grenades right there, just in case. You gotta have those. Got your steering, got your brakes, throttle, your gear selector. This one's a runner. It's pretty good. All your, because this is open, so got a little glare. Your volume for your radios and all your air stuff. I don't think that's air cleaner. Maybe that's for the air for inside this thing. I don't know. It's kind of cool though. And then you got your ammo for your 50 cals. Look at all that. Got a lot of ammo. You're slinging some lead. You get this turret thing. Go up out of this thing. this one, the one we were just at. This one's kind of cool, different. They're all like a little different. You can see another one in the background. It's all kind of neat. You know, it's got doesn't it doesn't even have 2,000 miles on it. Kind crazy, right? Jeez, they're just out here to sit. They've been here for years. Crazy. This one, the wood thing. It's kind of in an upward motion. This one's got horn, lights, they're all here. Top, turn. All kind of weird. Wind's picking up, as you can tell. Welcome to the desert. It's been good all day. Now it's kicking in, so all right, we'll go on to the next one. So inside another tank. I was pumping something and it's leaking now, so got a hydraulic leak. This one's kind of cool. It's kind of like the rest of them in a way. It's got a Detroit, same kind of drivetrain, but all the instruments here are intact. And then the joystick part and this, I was pumping this lever and now we got a little oil leak. Got a leak. So, but yeah, even a sight up there. This one's pretty complete too. It's missing every arm, missing the belt to the fan motor. Crazy. This one's neat. It's got a lot of the racks inside. It's pretty good. Seems like they all have some stuff more than others, or missing some things or whatever, but every one of these side things, man, you can't see them. They're all tarnished. Probably from the weather, I guess. Except there's one back here, backing out. That one you can kind of see out of. So, kind of cool. But this one's a little different, or it has more stuff in it. More of the hydraulics and the gear than a couple of the other ones. This one's got all this. Track personnel carrier missile launching. William Collins. Kind of cool. That big welded this door shut. A couple of them were open. It's all kind of cool though. Detroit diesel 671 seems to be pretty popular. You can also get your nest or whatever that is living in this thing. It's crazy. There's the PTO out of the side for the winch, battery box. This one's a little more open so you can see stuff. Air cleaner, air muffler. So back to the same old engine setup that was in the other tank type personnel carrier thingamajigs. Very similar in a lot of ways. Kind of cool. This is like a truck type. This one here has higher sides, but the thing has burned up mud inside. So So this mutt got burned up somewhere, and they stuck it in the back of this thing. So there's all the torsion bars. This one's got like a big old tailgate. This one's pretty different. Still one of those cool trucks though. Oh, down we go. Ta-da! This thing's pretty cool. I like these things. These are neat. So there's all the roof bars or whatever you want to call it for the canopy that this thing probably would have had, which is cool. This one's neat. Let's see, does the door work? Yep. So there's your pull levers, and then these things here. Looks like they went. It's weird. You pull on these things. It looks like they're hooked to the brakes. So you got your left and right steer brakes, I guess, and the pull levers, which is different than the last one we saw. Yeah, like I said, it's got the 3-speed. No dash. Someone took the dash. I think somebody in this area. This one's got a winch in it. It's kind of cool. Got a top. I like these ones. These things are cool. It's like crazy, right? Whew. Man. All aluminum. So, I love these things. It's like 2 of these. And then, worst deuce and a half yet. It's like this one here. I think somebody in the area stole the axles. Took the axles, but still got the motor. The engine's still in here. Still complete.
This one's got a different cab heater system to it.
Yeah, it does, huh? Different heating system and yeah, for your stuck, but this one's cool. The axle's gone though. Someone's already parting this one out. Rear axle's gone. What a bummer. Well, there's so many down here. I lost count now. But this thing's cool. Super cool. And then the mutt. What's left of this one? It's like these mutts really took a hit. Man, so this one's got a motor in it though. Diesel. Little diesel 4-banger. Somebody scrapped a bunch of stuff out of it. So it is no usable. See it or something, I don't know. But I know they're all 24 volt. That's kind of cool. It's neat how you get a little drive shaft thing. Let's see if I can get it right there. It's kind of cool. Yeah, alright. Kind of cool. I don't know how many more we got left, but man, there's a lot. Alright, we'll be back. Here we go again. Man, there are a lot of trucks out here. A lot. And these are all, they're like in decent shape. I mean, I think these are in the 80s, so I guess. White, multi-fuel. Look, I can get up there into the specs. It's kind of cool. Alternator, starter, turbo, all this stuff's here. Nobody stole it all yet. Truck, you know, it's missing a wheel, but I think it probably came here with that missing. So, I go over to this side. They got headlights and turn signals. Usually those are always busted out. This one here got a little, oops, drop something on the cab. But everything's here. It's kind of cool. No seat. Someone took the seat. No dash. I don't know how many miles are on her, but So that's a nice ride, huh? Sitting in the back of this baby. Whee! Good times. So I had the cover, and this one's a little more complete. Definitely a deuce and a half, 2.5 ton. All right, now get ready for this. This thing's super cool. Wow, look at that. What is that thing? So cool. So it's like those military tank things that we saw earlier, but in a truck, convertible truck. This thing's cool. One headlight, everything else is busted out. Of course, the windshields are all shut out of it, but man, this thing's like super, super cool. Look at that. House like 5-6 people. It's got like an air system so you can have clean air while you're driving. This baby, it's only got 3,000 miles on her. It's like brand new. All the gauges are here-ish, tack. A lot of the stuff's here. Kind of cool. You got your switches, your lights, and definitely cool. So, you got all your warnings. Don't jump in front of it. This thing's cool. Super cool. So there's the tranny, just like the other, not tanks, but those personnel carriers or whatever, similar to that. Except for it's got like a yoke. It doesn't have like 2 levers. I don't see steering brakes, so you see like a gas pedal and a brake pedal, which is different, you know, but it's got similar stuff. A little different tranny though. So a little different there. Nice. Got the tracks. Super cool. Aluminum tailgate. It's got the blackout lights in the back. Kind of cool. Hop in the back. Torsion bars for all the suspension. This one's also got Detroit in it. So it's got a Screaming Demon 671, I believe, same as the others. Kind of see it up in there. You know, very similar layout. The fan deal. Kind of cool. A lot of it's here. It's neat. Super cool. Stuff. It's nice. There's the fan set up. Looks like this one had a battery set right there. So Detroit diesel. So 6-cylinder, 671. Super cool though. It's like one of the more unique things here. Here we are in the middle of the desert again. It's that truck. All right, on to the next truck, because these all seem to go in threes. These trucks and personnel carriers all seem to go in threes. Another deuce and a half, 2.5 ton. It's pretty decent, except somebody shot out all the windows, of course. Turbo's here, but the tubes are gone. So, alternator. No headlights, of course. Turn signal's gone. I don't know, one turn signal. You know. Somebody looks like they're doing something on the injectors. On the injection pump. Not getting in this one. Tuck and roll. Seats. Oh man, how many miles we got on this one? Let's see if I can do it. I can't see it, but hopefully I got it. Looks like 7,000 miles. Oh man. The hour meter. All the gauges are in this one, which is cool. And I can't get the door open, so hopefully I got a shot of that, how many miles I got. That's like the tire carrier right there. Crazy, right? This was also a personnel carrier, it looked like. Maybe a lot of these were, right? Because there's the seat bunk type things, side rail stuff, rear ends, all that stuff. It's all here. So cool. Just out in the desert, man. You know, I guess these were like target practice or scouting or whatever, but it's crazy. It's like all in threes are all lined up here and there. They're scattered all over the place out here. So it's like Easter. So super cool. Bunch of cool trucks. That thing there. That's badass. So cool. Love it. Alright. On to the next group. Jeep Speed Shop. Alright. So we found a sister tank to the Grody. So I'm going into this part. But as you can see out. Steering wheel. Some sort of maybe gas pedal, possibly some shifter. Some tanks of some sort. I don't know if those are fire extinguisher tanks or what. But man, what a cramped spot. Holy cow, right? It's like for something so big, why is everything so small, right? So, pretty grody. A lot of animals live in here, rats mostly. So, a little grody in that respect. So, then it's like another section of it over here. I have no idea what that is. And this. So, and then we're in here, which I'm not positive of what all that is either. Very strange. There's a plate over here. I wonder if I could film it. Let's see. I can't read it, but I'm going to film it. There's a plate. Coming back out. There's like all of this stuff. Whatever all that is. Seat. So you got two seats. I guess these are the guys that are the gunners. My guess. Maybe. There's a hatch. Not sure what all that is. Pretty cool though. I guess whatever electronics that were in here are missing. Things are unplugged. There's all that. It's kind of cool. You can go into it. So the other tank, the green one, is the sister to this one. And then it's like there's a, I don't know what all the wording would be, so, but it's super cool. It's like there's the mechanism for the shells, because that is this is the turret that I'm in. And this is where the shells would have gone. 1 and 2, I guess. I don't know how you'll load them, because the up in there is where the barrels are, up in that area. So, pretty cool stuff though. All right, let's see if I can climb out of here now. I am filming my way out.
Your pocket.
Yep, I did. I caught that, didn't I? I made it. Whew. All right. So yeah, this is like the turret for the barrels that got cut off of this one. So here's some of the stuff that was on that other green one that's missing on this one. It's that thing, radar or whatever you want to call it. It's that hatch where we're just sitting. So there's all this. There's Tracy. So kind of cool. This one doesn't look as big, but it's got to be the exact same one. So this one here is turned. So here's the front. So there's where you drive, is down in there. There's the hatch I was standing in. It's kind of cool. So, all right. Do it. You could do it. It's a little creepy down at the bottom.
It's going down.
Yeah, a little creepy down there. So, stand on the engine part, I would assume. So we're not really sure what those things are. Not exhaust, cannot be exhaust, I wouldn't think, because this part turns.
And they're not even black.
Yeah, so I don't know what those are. We're vents for air, I don't know, but yeah, these barrels got cut off. So this one here is like the last one we were just at, but I'm gonna go down, take a shot of it. So it's like the last one, but this one's like laying in the mud, so a little lower maybe, you know. But yeah, here's the back of it. So everything's very similar. You know, this one's just missing more stuff.
I'm afraid I'm gonna get down in there and not be able to get myself back out. You want green?
Well, there's a hole in the bottom. You can pop out the front, but it's no good. It's really dirty. It's a lot of rats lived in this one,
Weird for my little short arms and legs. I'm not sure even how this will happen.
but it's super cool.
How do rats even get up in here?
Oh, they're in there. So here is the driving compartment, the seat,
Standing on there.
where I was just at a little while ago. Oh yeah, what's that? Boom. Huh. It's kind of cool.
And then after that,
It's amazing.
I can figure it out 'cause I'm too
Bunch
short.
of tanks left. Yeah,
Hold my feet and I'll just go in head first.
that's Lisa. She's gonna dive in.
Is that the gunner seat or something then?
Yeah, there's 2 gunner seats. Super cool though. There's Liz trying to find our way. This is kind of a cool spot. I don't know what the cement was there. We're standing on another cement slab. It's like there were buildings out here that are gone. So, I guess they've had cows out here, right? There's a lot of water. This is like all cement, so I don't know if they had a building or a barn or what. So that's cool. Just out in the middle of the desert. Here's a tank. There's Tracy as we walk this way. Some sort of water valve or whatever on the ground here. Trailer's doing really good. But there's like some cement. I don't know what the heck you'd call this thing. I don't know if it's like a house or a place where you kept stuff. I don't know what you keep here. You know, pretty built. It's like a structure here that they mounted something to. And over here, I can hear it. Like a trough or whatever, but just water coming up out of the ground. So probably not the best place to camp by the looks of all the mosquitoes. But it's green. Super cool. A little marshy, a little overflow from the water. So the other tank was like that way somewhere. So too cool. All right, here we go. Gonna go find the next structure. Jeep Speed Shop out. All right, well, look what we found. Man, so crazy. Found another tank out here in the desert. It's kind of cool though. This one's like huge. So this one is definitely awesome. But you can't go in this one. It's welded shut. So if anybody comes here, you cannot go in this one. It is sealed. So, but it's super cool though. It's like, wow, amazing. Just amazing. Yeah, I just find this just fascinating. How cool it is. I think it's in the 80s, so it seems like all this stuff here, or a lot of it, I could say all, because that would be wrong to say. A lot of all this seems like it's from the 80s. So, super cool though. You know? Well, let's see if I can climb up here. So, this is what I'm saying, all the hatches are shut, all welded shut. All the doors. This stuff's even welded, so all these hatches that you see here, every one of them are all welded shut. So even this thing's welded in place because it would have gone down into this thing, it looks like. So super cool though. Stuff's all neat. And this plate here, that plate is aluminum. The rest of this is not. So they cut this barrel off and left that one. It's like another tank that we found. They cut one of the barrels off. So not exactly sure what those ports are. Can't be exhaust. I wouldn't think, because that would be exhaust back here. You know, it would be nice if I knew more about military stuff, but I just stumbled across this stuff. Super fascinating, neat. So, I don't know if this is like a radar or sonar or what it is. But let's see if I can get inside here. So, phone inside. Best I can do. So I'm assuming they even welded this. It's like a periscope. They welded that. And there's a couple more. I like that amber there. There's another one there. So there's the front. Oh, I didn't see that. There's a hole down there. here, 1982. So I drove a little bit. It's pretty cool. I don't know if I get inside. Another picture inside. See if I can climb down this part. Oh, this thing turns still. Huh. I didn't realize that. So this thing still turns. Turns nice too. So, that's kind of cool. So that thing still turns. What I'm calling a periscope. And there's like different color. I don't know if they're. Those are also like periscopes or ways to see. And there's like a hole here too. Oh yeah, look at that. So it must have been a periscope here, because there's the steering wheel, right? See if I can get inside. Might be a little upside down. Alright, see if I can get down. Oh. Alright, well, there's the front again. Top. The weather's nice here. Right here. Probably spun around fast there, huh? There's a nice pond here. The weather's nice. No wind. 70s. Adventure Jeep. Eddie. Tracy. And a tank. Somebody said Abrams. I don't know. It's big. It's green. It's super cool. I got it listed as one of the more badass things I've found out in the desert. So much out here. It's nutty. All right. On to the next find. Jeep Speed Shop. Out. Todd with Jeep Speed Shop. Here we are, still out in the desert, finding trucks and personnel carriers and tanks and Jeeps and whatnot out here. It's kind of cool. So this one, first one I found, that is a 10 lug. So it's like a 5-ton truck or more. And it's amazing how intact it is. Even got windows. Now this one, of course, has no headlights because that always gets blown out of these things. The hood was flipped up. We put it down earlier. But this engine's pretty complete too. Missing the radiator, obviously, and the grill. It's a little bit bigger turbo. This one's pretty nice. So definitely a bigger engine with multi-fuel because it's got an inline pump. So which is kind of cool. It's on this side. So it's kind of weird. So the intake and exhaust are both on the passenger side. So this one's kind of cool. A lot of it's all still here. And the side panels. Oops. Glass. Look at that. Got a window. Always blown that one out. Blew out the other one. Interior, it's got that window. It's definitely for birds here. Another place for whatever varmint. So, pretty complete though. Kind of cool. So all of it's still here. The seats are here. Not in great shape. Look at you. Even got yourself a seat belt. It's kind of cool. Don't know what year this is. It's gotta be somewhere in the 80s though, I would think. trannies here. It's all kind of cool. Always the fuel cap's gone. You know, all the wheels, suspension. This thing's a lot bigger, but it definitely has top loader axles too, though, which is, I didn't know they did that on like 5 tons. You know, there's some of the parts in the back, and even a spare. Kind of cool. You know, it's all bolted down. It's got for air brakes. You know. There's the big rear end of this thing, man. It's huge. Crazy. So, all right, we'll keep walking. So, walk up to the next truck. This truck here is like ready to run. It's in good shape for a deuce and a half. This one's a 2.5 ton. But got a mutt. This one here looks like it fell out of a helicopter. There's not much left of this mutt. So differentials here though. Differentials are here. And this truck here. It's a 2.5 ton. 6 lug. And glass in it. Engine's all here, air filter, turbo. Thanks, man. Even the radiator, actually in good shape. No glass, though. Windows are, I mean, the headlights are gone. This has got a rotary pump. So I think it's a white engine, I think. Multi-fuel. But man, it's complete. It's a cool truck. Look at nice seats plush. It's all here inside. Seats fold up. This one's in good shape. Wipers, all the stuff's here. It's a cool truck. Best one yet. Super cool. Got big air fittings, hitch. It looks like it had like a wooden covering for the top. So it's like everybody sat down the back. This looks like a canvas cover for the top. So this one wanted to carry people. And it's got the 2.5 ton, a little bit smaller rear end than the 5 ton. Super cool. Out in the middle of the desert. Look what you find. I'm sure there's more. It's like Easter. Alright, Jeep Speed Shop. Alright, well, I'm going to call it a tank. It's not, but some sort of a tracked vehicle. This one here has like missile launcher on the roof. Not like the other two. One's personnel, the other one was something else. But also Detroit. Screaming Demon. Well, everyone calls that the inline, but this is a 671. But back to the brakes, which are cool. All that's here. Drive shaft, but this one's got the air cleaner. So a lot of people took the air cleaners from the other one. It's got some of the tubing here for the radiator, and there's the engine fan, radiator, exhaust. This one here, the hatch is open, so somebody has the prop on the hatch, and the wood pieces down in the front. So the other two hatches are open, which are kind of cool. This one here is pretty cool. Super cool. This one's way different, and then the sights are like in better shape. So here's the thing, right? It's like there's the trucks way over there that we were just at. And then there's another set on the other side, so there's like 3 sets of these. So then we're here at this thing. And realize we're out in the middle of nowhere. So, but this one, back hatch, is open and the door. And you can kind of see the mechanism inside. We'll walk in. This one's kind of cool. Way different from the other one. So I guess where you sit, looks comfy. Right next to the fuel tank. Yummy. And I guess that's where you put the missiles. I would assume this one carried missiles. And then there's all the hydraulics. Ford turning all of this turret stuff. That's all still here, which is cool. So people haven't come here and destroyed everything yet, which is nice because it's cool to see. There are some things damaged, of course, but still cool. And then you got all of this, which all the electronics that would have ran all of this here. So you got your warning sign, you got your all your info. It's kind of cool. This one's intact. The reason why I think it's intact is farther away. So people are lazy, I'd say. Just my theory. You know, I'm not saying this one's not damaged, but this one could have been damaged a while ago. I don't know. Or somebody could have came out here and damaged it. I don't know. But this one here has gauges. And like I said, you can see. Oh, I think that's Matt up there. You can see through the sights. There's the turret that works. There's Matt. This one all has steering too. Same steering setup, brake setup as the others. Where your rifle goes. A lot of electronics are still here. Must be for your radios. Your control. Date, oh, there's a date on this one, 12 of 86. Huh, that's kind of cool. Because I never know how old these things are. You know, you got your throttle. Pull to start. Push to start. Or pull to, let's say pull, stop engine, push before start. Makes sense. This one here also has a 3-speed. It's very similar to the rest. Probably same vintage, so the other ones are probably the same. As far as their era and their time. So in the 80s, right? I don't know why everyone pulls oil caps off. So stupid. Weird. Just so weird. So, I guess the turret on this one works. But you can see through this one better. When it goes. It's kind of cool. There's Matt.
Yeah.
So, this one's, yeah, this one's really cool. It's nice that you can see everything. It's still here. And if you come out here to see this stuff, keep it this way. So for the next person to enjoy it, which is kind of important because I find this cool. Let's see if I can get up here. Ooh, I don't know what that is. The turret. The other turret. There's like a telescope, or not telescope, what do you call these things? Like
Periscope?
a periscope. Yeah, there you go. Like a periscope setup. This one's kind of cool.
Yeah, another. It's like your gun turret here rotates. Yeah.
Oh yeah? No, this one's electronic. It's got gear. Tells you all your degrees.
Okay. Yeah, looks like gun mount here behind you.
Yeah, this one's all got controls. A lot of it's still here, but somebody has robbed parts, or maybe this thing was already deemed to be junked or whatever, because some of the stuff's busted up inside.
The prisms, at least the glass prisms, are all
I know. This one here you can.
fairly pristine, right? They're not all shot up.
Yeah, they're actually in good shape.
Holy smokes, here you go. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers of glass.
Oh yeah. Let's see if I can.
Oh, actually, probably more than that, because this came out of there. Yeah, there's even more layers.
Oh God, look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah, looks like it was probably.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see the layers of glass. That's crazy.
Radiator cap. Right?
Yeah. There's the release for the radiator cap. Oh, of course, the cap is missing. Oh.
I think I may have found
Oh
it.
shoot! I think Matt knows where the radiator cap
Oh,
is.
look at that. Look at me go.
Look at that.
Put it back
We're
in place.
restoring it. So sweet. So this is all really cool. All these gears and hydraulics.
Yeah, I think.
A lot of it's here.
I think this thing's like a rocket launcher or something. I believe. Looks like it's got 2 tubes here.
So we're all kind of trying to figure it out. That's part of the thing here. You go out here in the desert and you find stuff and you go, what the heck? How did it get here? What does it do? And why? And so on. It's like, it's kind of the cool part, you know? Even got Liz in the back of a truck. Super cool though. This one's awesome. So there's looking down the turret. So this place is like Easter. There's like tanks, personnel carriers, trucks, stuff all over out here. Just left. So super cool. All right. I'll go over to the truck. I don't know if I can. I don't know how easy it is for me to get there from here. Maybe. All right, let's see if I don't kill myself. All right, coming down. All right, kind of cool. I made it down, went down the back.
I think those are rocket launchers and they go out the back end there.
So now we're going over to the truck. This truck's pretty cool. So this is a 1.5 deuce. So 2.5 ton. This one's missing its roof. It had like a burlap roof. But got some seats. Shifter. Dash is gone. Someone took that. It had a 5-speed. But it's got glass. So it's even got side windows and windshield. This one did have the hood open. Oh man, look at that. It's got headlights in it. Nobody's busted the headlights out. That's the first one we've seen. Headlights, turn signals, all of that. That's cool. Oh, how do we undo the latch? Alright, well, the engine's still here. Radiator's gone. Big alternator. This one here got a little baby turbo. So I think these are like multi-fuels. Yeah, they'll say secure hood, but I don't think they do because there's one truck that I think they forgot. So yeah, white is a white engine, multi-fuel. Let's see if I can get down in there. Yeah, there we go. Big starter, man. It's cool. It's got an air compressor. Holding the hood up at the same time because the hood prop's gone, of course. But it's cool. Injectors, all the lines are there. So, this one's cool. There's definitely cool. So Liz is doing some scouting. That super cool truck. Alright, super cool truck. We're on to the next group of vehicles. Alright, number next. Somewhere out here is some more stuff. It's like buried and hidden all out here. Super cool though. And the weather's not bad. 70s, not much wind where there usually is a ton of wind. So it's Memorial Day weekend, so this is the time. Usually it rains here. Got a little sprinkle last night, but nothing bad. But super cool area. And it's like Easter, man, there's like Easter eggs all over out here. All right, on to the next group, Jeep Speed Shop. All right, so walking up to this other, I don't know what you would call this thing, some sort of a ammo. This would be an ammo, so ammo carrier, I guess you call it. A tracked ammo carrier, I assume. It's got a turret down here. So this one here seems like it carried like ammo and whatnot compared to the other one where I was just at earlier. You know, there's your place for your rifles. And this thing here, and this thing turns, actually it's gear driven. So this is the lock mechanism. And then you can see the gears, and there's the ram and the torsion bars. So that ram opens that pulley, which opens this door. It's kind of cool. And then this turret still turns. It's kind of cool. That's like an air vent. And then actually even all of these even work too. They're super heavy, but they do work. And that's all aluminum. So it's like you must have had ammo in here. That's where the driver was. Some more stuff here. So this one here, it's got a Detroit 671 6-cylinder 2-stroke diesel. And this is like the transmission. Here it looks like. It'd be my call. So there it is. There's your transmission. I don't know what this thing is. Some sort of a, I don't know, but it was ran by the belt. This thing spun, doing something. Fan of some sort, maybe for the, oh yeah, maybe it's the engine fan. Oh, okay, there we go. Because it goes in all this ducting up here, up in this area, and blows in through. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. So that must be the engine fan, ran off of this pulley here in the transmission onto that. Blew through here, and eventually went through this radiator. Man, how'd you like to be the guy in that seat? Holy crap. Listening to this 2-stroke diesel just screaming at you. You know, gosh, it's gotta be hot as heck. You know, the panels are gone, but and then you can see all the drive assembly. So those 2 levers going down are for making it go. The upper 2 levers went to brakes. So left and right turning brakes, left and right steering. Because you can see it in the other one. And then whatever all that stuff is, you pull to turn on. So you got your like master switch and your gear selector right there. That was a 3-speed, I guess. So it's kind of cool. Then you got your periscopes. It's all super cool. Sure, there's a lot more people out there know a lot more about it than me, which is fine. Because honestly, I just like seeing this stuff. At one time, this was somebody's job. You know, it wasn't a fun job, but it was, right? But now it's just like cool. It's like art. Out in the middle of the desert, you get some art. So that's my call. So this thing's definitely cool. I like that it's all here. This one's the same as the other one, but it's a little different. The other one seemed to haul people. This one seemed to haul like stuff, like ammo and guns and whatever, right? So there's that steel or the wood flap, which is weird, that's wood. And then there's the door that's missing off the other one. This one's got the door, somebody's welded it so you can't get into the engine or the transmission or transfer case or no, the transaxle area. So, but this one's the same inside. The brakes and all, so it's super cool. You know, I guess this door here be the same. I have no idea why there's a wood cover on the front, but this thing's all aluminum. It's super cool. It's so cool seeing something like this out in the desert, you know? Because here we are, man. Middle of nowhere. You can hear side-by-sides, but... Alright. There's Tracy and the Adventure Jeep and the truck. Alright. Jeep Speed Shop. Alright, well, back in the desert. Look what we found. It's kind of cool. So, there's this one. There's a truck. And there's another one. This one here looks like, by our best guess, a personnel carrier. Like people were in this because it looks like there was like seating mounts and stuff. And there's like the fuel tank. And then here's your 671 Detroit 2-stroke. The Screaming Demon right next to your ear because you are the driver. You're right there. So you get to hear this thing. And it's so cool that the engine's here. So then there's that transfer case thingamajig right there, which is kind of cool. That goes to the front drive. And then here's your seating arrangement. There's your steering rods or whatever you want to call them, your sight glasses to see. So they're kind of like, you look in here and it goes up. So let's see if I can do it. So you look down there and then it goes right to here, which is kind of cool. There's your radiator. Gear selector, I would assume, by the looks of it. Throttle, your steering. So I'm assuming by the looks of it, I don't know, but it's got also steering brakes, so it's like these would be right, and it seems to work too. It's your right brake, left brake. This would be your steering, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's kind of cool. Your periscopes. Your Detroit diesel. And there's your radiator. Exhaust. So cool though. I'm so glad that this didn't get destroyed and all the stuff isn't like gone. So it's super cool. Looking out the back extinguisher. It's all kind of cool. There's the hydraulic ram for the back door that pulls on the cable that opens and closes the door. Now, this whole thing, just so you know, it's aluminum. Every bit of this thing is aluminum. This door, the sides, every bit of it are aluminum. So people shoot at it. It's stupid. Real stupid. So there's the top. It's cool. All the tracks are here. You gotta see the guy driving his spot. I guess that'd be gunner maybe, or I don't know. You know what I mean? So, but it's cool here. So you get to see the engine all here, and then here must be the drive axle. So that thing back there is a transmission transfer case thing, I guess you could say. You got your brake for that side, brake for this side. It's all still intact, still works, still don't leak. You pull on, they still seem to function. And then these things here must go to the steering. So it's like the steering rod, because you can kind of see the linkage down there. Comes up and over into this for left and this for right. Kind of cool. Stainless exhaust. But this whole thing, it's amazing. You look at this, it's all aluminum. It's like over 1.5 inches thick. So crazy. A lot of aluminum. So cool. This is the part I like about doing our Jeep thing. Is finding stuff like this. And it's so cool that it's intact. I mean, some people vandalized it, of course. I mean, that's what people do. It seems like, I don't know why so much hate out there, I guess, but it's so cool that it's still all here. So then there's this flap. And then this seems to be the lock. And it locks it. So that was the hatch that was on it. Someone took it off. That thing is heavy, even though it's aluminum. Super heavy. And then got a 1.5 deuce. Aluminum bed. This thing's pretty old because it's got a non-turbo diesel. Seat's gone, but a lot of the inside's still here. So looks like we got air wipers, so that's old. It tells you how it's age, I think. So it's super cool though that, you know, a lot of the engines here, somebody stole a couple of the ejector lines. Weird, you know. And then there's a drive shaft right there for your PTO winch. Most of the engine's still all here. Water pump on the ground there. It's kind of cool. Yeah, this is, like I said, turbo. Starter's still here. Front diffs are still here. It's kind of cool. Super cool though. So on to the next one. This one's neat. Also, this one here is different. It seems like this one probably had ammo or bombs or whatever. I don't know. There's a turret right there. Plus all of this is aluminum. Every bit of it, every part you see here is aluminum. It's cool, won't rust. But yeah, so all this is like a turret that would turn and these doors open. You can see the big gear that's in there. Hydraulic arm that did the back door, which was right there. So pull down the cable. So I guess you put your rifles here. I don't know whatever kind of, I don't know anything about this stuff, but it's so cool though. 50 cal sight unit. hatches. These hatches are open. Both of them. Some sort of air vent or whatever. I don't know. You know. So I guess all your comms and still a lot of electrical in this. It's kind of cool. So back to the Detroit again. It's got another 671 two-stroke Detroit. It's kind of cool. So somebody's probably trying to steal the radiator because it's hanging down, you know, but most of this is all still here. It's kind of cool, I think. So not sure what all this is, but definitely super cool. So back to your seat again. Your pull handles and then your uppers are your brakes. All right, back out in the desert. Here I found a mutt. Somebody, you know, it's weird, right? Because there's a lot of guys out there that'll say, you know, hey, you want to tell the location because this is the reason why. I mean, look at this thing. Obviously somebody's come out here and just destroyed the thing. And for what? You know, why would you do that? Just weird, right? And this thing's kind of cool. It's kind of neat to see, you know, because here we are out in the desert. And bam, look at that. It's kind of cool. I don't know. I think it's neat. And then as we walk around here, there's a red building out here. Not sure what the red building is exactly. You know, a lot of people call it the drive-through, I guess, because it has that like thing, whatever that's for. You know, it's kind of cool. The building's actually in decent shape. I don't think I'd stay in it necessarily, but it's kind of weird how it has this like out spot where they didn't just fill it all in, right? And then at least got like steel doors, which like everybody's shooting them up. And I mean, inside the building's kind of, you know, it's not great, right? But it's got insulation and a ceiling and walls, and one time it had glass, but like I said, everybody just tears it up, right? So cement floor, but the best building is coming up. Boom, Taco Bell, out in the middle of nowhere. This is what I call a Taco Bell. It's not a Taco Bell, but it looks like one, right? So it's kind of a cool building. You know, this was our campsite for the night. So you can see Tracy over there on the side. So we walk inside. This was a screened-in porch at one time. Steel doors. So you got your menu for Taco Bell, US Navy, you know, and then you go inside. It's got a cool fireplace. So that's kind of cool. I mean, this place is built all out of brick. You know, it's got your menu and your bar, and at one time had a sink. It's got heaters, floor heaters, some electricity, so it had lights. There's even, you even hollowed out the log and put wiring through the log. So kind of cool, you know. One time it had a bathroom, closet, but like always, somebody out here tearing stuff up for whatever reason. Why would you do that? Because it's cool to see the building, but not so cool to tear it up, right? I like coming to these places and checking this stuff out. So Adventure Jeep and Tracy, this is where we're camped. Camp like this to stay out of the wind, key. That's the key. That's what I find. So when you walk over here, it's like those are ammo cases. Not for like bullets, but for like I don't know, missiles, I guess. So let's see if I can get that a little better. Yeah. So for like missiles. And then here, let's see if I can get this a little better. So here you walk out, got a dock, got some water, got things in the bushes. It's kind of cool. The only bummer about this is you also get mosquitoes, right? So it's like, so it's kind of cool. Today the weather's not bad. It's been high 70s, 80s, you know, an occasional wind because you're out in the desert. Guess what? You get some wind. So here's kind of a cool feature though. Over here, let's see if I can do it without getting wet. So there's a spring. So you got running water. Don't know how good it is, but at one time, looks like they had a paddle wheel where they ran the water through the paddle wheel, I guess, to probably power up Taco Bell. Just my code name, it's not what it is. But yeah, no, it's got decent stream of clean water. I don't know how clean. Probably not drinkable clean, but you know, not bad. But yeah, now here's the what's left of the paddle wheel. Obviously people burned it and broke it, but of course, right? Don't keep it for the next guy, just destroy it, keep it for yourself, right? But this is kind of cool. And it looks like there was a motor right there. You can see a belt, probably the generator. From this thing spinning, turn the generator so you can have power. Kind of cool. So those are those ammo boxes all put up. For, I'm assuming for when they were doing like some military stuff or like flying over trying to find the stuff or whatever, right? So it's kind of cool. But there's 3 of them and there's nothing in them, no way to get in them. There's not like anything there. I think they were just like for, you know, there's some information. Explosive bomb, says right there, right? It says fork, lift or tie down. So these were like ammo cases that they all welded together to form like a building, you know, for I guess some sort of military action or whatever they were doing. Kind of cool. But out in the middle of the desert, a lot of water here. As you can see, it's kind of green. Taco Bell. This little building here. I don't know what we did with that, but so I guess I gotta do some history on this place, find out, because we just stumbled across it. So this is not private property. So it's not like we're trespassing. There's no signs, because that's the next thing, right? This is all, I would assume, government property, you know? So it doesn't say you can't be here. It doesn't say we can't camp here anywhere. And if somebody says different, I'd like to see the sign, because there's no signs out here. But it's like everything else, right? You want to preserve it. Don't ruin it. Don't leave your stuff behind. And then the stuff will stay here. Which is cool. It's the reason why I like doing this. You know? And, yeah. It's on my list again on one of my favorite places. So it's kind of cool. Because there are other things out here too that are awesome. So All right, we're gonna have plenty of video and talk about this area and so on, but come out here, just don't tear it up, and he'll still be here, and people won't shut it down and make it so we can't come here no more. All right, Jeep Speed Shop out.